welcome back to the Think Different podcast, ready to record another episode. Last week we talked about how to bring footage from here in our browser down to our timeline, and we did that many different ways. We did the E key, we were able to do show how to use the W key when you move it right over here, move the playhead, and then just use the W key right here, bring that clip in and just bring it down. So just showing you all the different ways we can bring clips in. But now I want to show you a couple of other tricks. So what if you're bringing a clip into the timeline, but you really just don't want the audio, or vice versa? What if you just want the audio, but not the video? So there are ways to do that. So right here in the corner are these buttons right here, W with E and with Q. So they're actually showing you, if I leave my arrow there connected to the clip, so that's the Q, then it says it enters the selected clip to the primary storyline based on where your playhead is. And then you have end. And then there is overwrite as well. So you can actually overwrite, which is a very powerful tool too. If you want to overwrite everything that's in the line, you can do that. But there's also this little arrow right here. This little arrow will actually change when you bring the audio and video down into the timeline, if you just want both the audio and the video, if you want the video only or the audio only. So why am I going to do that? Well, in the beginning of this video, I don't need any of this audio. I just need just the video only. So I'm going to go to a clip, and let's say here we are. I'm going to select my I for in, and then O for out. So now I have done that. I'll mark it as a favorite because I'll use that down the line, and I use the F key for that. And then I'm going to bring it to the end of here. But what I'm going to do first is I'm going to switch it to video only, and watch what happens when I hit end right over here. Look at that. No audio is showing up. There is no audio in this clip. In fact, if you look in the inspector up here, it doesn't even show an audio clip. If I click one that does, you can see the audio clip is there. Now, the disadvantage of that too is if you bring down just the video or the audio, you can't get the video back. It's actually not possible. You have to kind of redo the whole thing. Another trick is also using the shortcuts. So the arrow up is a shift key and then 1. So if I now go back to the clip, on my keyboard I'm going to hit shift 1 and hit E for end. Now that clip has come back, but look, now it has the audio with it. Or if I go delete it, I'm going to delete this clip. I'm going to go shift 2, E for end, and now that clip comes without it. Vice versa, shift 3, if I do this, E for end just brings in the audio. So that's how you can choose between that. I use this a lot, especially in my wedding videography, because a lot of times the audio from the footage, I don't need it. So that is pretty powerful stuff. So I usually recommend that if you know you're going to put music under it, to avoid you dragging down every audio clip, that might help you. Also, you can just click inside here and just select items. And then inside the inspector, you could just knock down the audio, and that'll take care of the problem too. So it's an extra step you have to make, but sometimes it's not necessary. And the last thing we're going to talk about today is bringing in audio. So now I want to lay the audio under the track. So I'm going to go find my audio clip. Now there's a few ways we can do this, but I already have an audio right here. This is the part of the audio that I want. So I'm going to actually hit I for in. I'm going to bring my playhead to the beginning, hit the Q key, because remember, if I put W, it's going to push it. And if I put E, it's going to bring it to the end. And if I overwrite it, that's also going to be a problem. It's going to overwrite everything. So we're going to undo that. Command Z is going to be your best friend here. Now I'm going to take that clip, hit Q, and there it is. It just added it and extended the timeline because the song is longer. So now I'm going to play. Let's knock my audio up, and let's play it here. Spacebar is your play, by the way. So now I can actually make this kind of line up to the music. So I'm playing it back here. Maybe I want to extend this longer, but you see I can't. That's another problem too. What if I can't extend this clip? Well, my favorite thing to do is always to slow it down. So I'm actually going to click in here, and then underneath the viewer is this button right here, which has to do with retiming. There's a bunch of different things in here, but we're just going to focus on slowness. So I'm going to hit 50%. I want to slow it down. And now it extended the clip, and now watch how much slower this works. Right when the bang hits, I want to bring this over. So I'm just going to drag it, and as you can see, it snaps, which is really great. So the playhead is helping us snap it directly at that point. So now if I play it, boom. I want to end it right here. I'll just drag it. Boom. Boom. And I'm going to stop it right here, drag it there. And there we go. So that's the easy way of doing it. Now, there are going to be many, many ways to do this much quicker instead of me dragging my playhead. But right now, I just want to show you the real basics of that. So again, this is a great way to kind of get going, get started, add some audio underneath it. So I hope this is very valuable. We thank you guys for joining us here every time we have a Final Cut Friday. We appreciate it. Thank you very much and enjoy the rest of your day.